I am Prometheus, and you are just a god.
What's going on, you beautiful Cypher mains? Today I have a topic that I think needs to be discussed with all of you Cypher mains out there. And it's I gotta be careful saying this because it's kind of dangerous. But I think that Cypher setups are overrated. Let me explain. Now, in a lot of my games, in a lot of my ranked games, I'll set up a setup like this. Tripwire going over a main, tripwire going for the switch, a one-way, a camera. I have all of my utility on this site itself. Now what happens is, and then most of you have experienced this too, is that they don't even go to a site, and you wasted your entire time. You spent all your time on your perfect little setup, and they don't even go here. Or even worse than that, they'll Sova shock dart this, or they'll sky dog this, or Sova drone this, or Raze will satchel into this, or Jet will dash through this, and then this tripwire will usually be shot out, and you'll be playing somewhere because you're a good Cypher main. You'll be playing somewhere behind Jenny, playing in heaven because these are the spots you should be playing, but all your stuff's broken and you didn't even get to use it all. So I think that a setup like this isn't always the move. Like a lot of Cyphers, like they spend a lot of time looking up crazy setups, crazy things to do. And in reality, I think that people are overcomplicating the agent. Like a setup like this is a lot less good versus a setup like this. Now this setup's a lot better because you have a tripwire going in mid plus a cage, so they can't push mid as fast on you. You have a one-way cage covering B main and a tripwire here. Now this gives you as a Cypher main the flexibility to play in B main while helping your teammate out in mid a lot. You have a camera looking over mid here, so you can tell them who's coming where. It helps your teammate in garden, helps your teammate in mid, even feeds you information, because if you don't see anybody catwalk, you don't see anybody mid, and let's say for example your buddy pushed out of A main and didn't see anybody here, it should let you know that you have to get ready to either shoot out a Sova dart, you can just get ready for a jet dash. Maybe you have a tripwire going across here, you have a one-way that you can play for yourself here, and you're playing your role. You're a support agent. And yeah, Cypher's a defensive anchor. He can anchor a site very well, but I think a lot of people tend to forget that Cypher at heart is a support agent. And with a setup like this, where your utility is spread out all across the map, one-way cage, camera, cage here, everything, you're playing your role and you're helping your team. Like if they try to send a lurker up mid or 1 and 2 up mid, they get caught on your trip, and your buddy playing in mid gets a guy here, and then maybe you get a guy off your one-way in here, you essentially created a 5v3 by using your utility. Versus that setup on A site, if they just blow everything out, you've essentially wasted it all. And this doesn't just happen in ranked games either. This happens in competitive games. I've seen pros even. This happened in pros before. So I'm going to take you to a pro match where this literally happened, and you guys will see what I mean. So I took a round from Sentinels versus Fnatic. This is from Iceland. I actually go over this entire game. Magnum and Dapper both play pretty good Cyphers. I'll link that up there somewhere. The card should pop up in just a second. Watch that if you want to learn about how to play Cypher a little better. But I want to take this round specifically again because, as you can see in the beginning of the round, Magnum throws his tripwire across A main. He also throws a tripwire cutting off elbow here. So he's basically putting all of his eggs in one basket that they're going to hit A site. Now the problem is, if you watch that throughout this round, they never even go to A site. They basically just work A main, try to work a pick here, and then they all take through heaven, and they don't even know they push heaven because he doesn't have a tripwire there either. They finally do hit the trip on site, and his teammate gets killed because they don't even know that they pushed heaven here, and it just falls apart. Now maybe the round would have played out a bit differently had he known that he put a tripwire maybe closer to heaven and maybe closer to A main, but these are kind of troll tripwires in my opinion, because you're basically gambling that they're going to just push you on the site, and that's not necessarily always going to happen. So that's just a quick example I wanted to show you. Obviously not all games are going to be pro matches, especially our ranked games where our teammates don't know what they're doing, but I just wanted to show you that because I also want to counteract myself in saying that I don't think setups are useless. I think they have their place. If you're playing in a ranked game and you know that they're just 5-hitting sites like a bunch of brain dead monkeys, I think that setups can be very useful. So a setup like this would work very well. something like this. Basically, I just wanted to make this video to make you guys think a little more. Maybe that you should be using your utility to control certain parts of the map for your team. Because if you throw a tripwire here, like in mid, for example, on even split, or you can throw it in ropes, and on sense you can throw it in mid here. You can stack your teammates to one part of the map. You could stack 3B and you could stack 2A, or 3A and 2B, because you have a tripwire here. You'll know if they push mid. So now that you know if they push mid, you could have one of your guys that's 3 stacking a site, drop off, play spawn back here to make sure they don't push through here. Every 2 guys on B watch this, and then you still have your 2 guys on A. So that's just another way that you can defensively help your team as Cypher. Even though nobody's playing here, you have a tripwire here, and then you know that as long as the tripwire is up, they cannot be in mid. And if you know throughout the round that they're not in mid, that they can be in the other 4 parts of the map, and allows your team to stack those sites. So I hope this helped you guys improve your Cypher gameplay, make you think a little bit more about the agent. Especially when you're playing with your buddies, setups like that where you spread your utility across the map can really help your team, and your teammates really gonna like playing with you. They're really gonna like it, because as much as you love playing off your tripwires, your teammates love to too. It's free kills. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a like, share, subscribe. I got more Cypher content and other Sentinel content coming up soon, so stay tuned and stay sexy, Cypher mains.